right, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green, and it's Wednesday. For the longest time, I've been saying, why are these videos not performing better? Put out so much content, and the world of YouTube algorithms and all these things, it's a lot. And I tour basically full time, sometimes every weekend in the year. And so it's hard to do everything. But I feel like even when I'm touring, I'm offering tour diaries and all these things. A lot of people, by the way, who have no idea who I am, sometimes I start these videos. I need an introduction type of thing. But if you don't know who I am, it's not too hard to find out. Um, but anyway, I was getting so frustrated. And then a few videos caught on. And I always say the way this YouTube thing works is you need a video to catch on. And when it does, the others will follow. And the almighty gods at YouTube will push your older videos, your older content, which there's so much stuff on this channel that I think other people would enjoy. So lo and behold, a few videos come around and we're getting a new audience, and that's great because then I can do more. So we're going to talk about that, and there is so much to talk about after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there can waste time with you. All right, you guys have heard me talk about just how frustrating it is sometimes because I look at people's videos who are doing the same exact thing as me and sometimes getting 40, 50,000 views, and they're not even doing it very good. And it's frustrating. And when it comes to interviews, I do the best to have good guests on, people that I think have an interesting story. I don't have to interview anybody. I don't let a publicist tell me who I am having on, or you can't have this guest. I don't even use publicists. I get everyone myself. And so I feel like I'm doing what the audience wants. Now, I've talked about this before, but I've always wanted to be a broadcast journalist, an interviewer. At one point, I studied it in school. And this is something that was important to me. I worked for Geraldo Rivera for a while because I thought either news or a talk show host. That's what I wanted to do. But you have to go through casting agents and you have to be a certain way. And then when YouTube came along, I'm in charge. Nobody decides what happens to the show. There's no one who goes, well, your ratings are down this week, we're going to cancel. You don't have the right look. Nothing. I do what I want. And if you guys enjoy it, and hopefully you do, then you catch on. And next thing you know, we're off to the races, as I said. With a video, and we're in it together. You're the producers. You guys vote whether the show is successful or not. All I ask is that people subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. All the other things like Patreon and memberships, hey, it's super stickers, super chats. It's all very much appreciated, but not required. Just ask that if you like the video, react to the video. And so I went to this WWE event, and I'll get to everyone's questions and comments. That's wrestling. When I was a kid, it was called the World Wrestling Federation. And years later, the Wildlife Federation decided that they're the WF. And that, I don't know how did they get away for so many years, but they had to become WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, because I guess at some point people figured out it's not real. Listen, I still believe it is. But when I was a kid, I told the story in 1985. I went to WrestleMania. Hulkamania was running wild. And my friend Jay is a wrestling fan. Now, at this point, I'm a casual wrestling fan at best. Sam, Bloss's drum tech, who works with us, he is also a wrestling fan. So I like to talk wrestling with other people who like it. It's hard to find because not everyone has that interest. So I found this thing called WWE World. And it was at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Went on for a bunch of days. And I said, I'm going to go, and I'm going to make a show about it. And maybe some people will like it. Maybe some people won't. I said, some of you are going to enjoy seeing it. Some people will enjoy the wrestling aspect. And other people just want to hear me make snarky remarks about it. I thought the video had everything in it. Now, I probably could have got in for free. And nowadays, people give me things, very nice of them. But I didn't. I paid to get in, and I wanted to show people, was it worth it? And anyway, that video started taking off. It still is doing well. And then after that video, I did an interview with Robert Romanus, who was the actor who played Mike Damone in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And for a second, I was nervous. It's like, this guy doesn't want to tell the same stories for the 1000th time. And I'm a fan of Fast Times. And but listen, I've done thousands of interviews. What's one more? I came home from that wrestling event, sat down, did the interview. And I had such a great chat. It's rare that I feel like it went well for me. David Letterman used to wreck his audience, his office, after he felt like he had a bad show. It was probably a great show, but he was so hard on himself. Most of these interviews, I go, that wasn't good. Not the guest always, just sometimes I feel like I could have gotten more. There's audio issues. We had a lot of audio shows in that Fast Time. Some of you guys are nice enough to point it out like assholes. It reminds me of Christmas Vacation. Those little lights aren't twinkling, Clark. I know. Thanks for noticing. You know, what I'm trying to work on it. So I'm going to go out and buy a whole new Mac studio, microphones, boom mic speakers, in-ear monitors, you name it. I'm going to spend every dollar I've ever made to enhance your viewing experience. So that's one thing. But anyway, people really liked that interview, and the compliments were incredible, and I thank you for that. But most of the compliments towards me were simple. We like the way you do interviews. We like that you don't interrupt. And listen, sometimes I feel like, I should have not stepped on somebody. It happens. And we like that you have a conversation. I've never written a question down for an interview. When I sat down with Robert Romanus, there was no, what do you think about, or how do you feel? I didn't write any of that. We had a conversation. I think that's what makes the interview good. I don't think people want to hear me. So while he says, he tells a story, and let's say he has I'll tell you an example. At the end, he talks about what he's up to now. He goes, you know, I work in a hospital, and sometimes I act like I'm a psychotic patient, and the nurses come in and have to deal with me. And I go, wait a minute. Now, some of these idiots would just go, oh, that's nice. So Fast Times at Ridgemont High, what was that like? And meanwhile, he's about to tell an interesting story, and he went into it. And I said, these doctors must go home, and nurses, and say, you'll never guess that the mom from Fast Times was acting like a psycho in my hospital trying to get pain pills. You have to listen. And so the compliment that you guys give me, and it's the biggest compliment, is that you enjoy these interviews, because really it's the main thing I want to do. It's what this channel is built on. What you guys compliment, I can't understand why other YouTubers can't figure it out. It's not hard to listen. It's not hard to be prepared. I try my best to be prepared. I feel like I know things. I feel like when you do an interview, you should know what you're going for. I don't do clickbait. I would have loved to ask him if he saw Phoebe Cates' tits. I would have loved it. I didn't feel like he was going to go for it. I was trying. I would have FMK with him, Phoebe Cates, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and I can't think of another broad in the movie, but if I could, I would. Didn't think he was going to go that direction. But that's what listening is about, and not making it about yourself. I'll be honest with you. There is not one YouTuber, and you're going to think I'm conceited and I'm an asshole, and that's okay. But there's not one YouTuber who does interviews that I can watch. Not one. They just think, you know, and it's not an insult. Can't do it. Sometimes I don't like to watch other people's interviews, because then I think it'll jade me or give me, you know, I want to do my own thing. I don't always want to know everything. I can't get through a minute when the person says, me, I. Well, that reminds me of the time I did that. Well, I did. Who the fuck cares? I listened to an interview with Robert Romanus. I wanted to hang myself. It was the worst interview I've ever heard in my life. And the guy is supposed to be a comedian. He's not funny, and he's certainly not an interviewer. He just kept telling his story. Well, one time, me and Sean Penn hung out. 10 minutes about him. Who cares? Now, look, I told the story about Phoebe Cates because I thought it added to the conversation. but I think you got to know when to pick your battles. And I know I'm ranting, and I see we've got some questions and things, and we're going to get to those. I promise, all of them. I got nothing to do today. This is my therapy, just you and I, and that's it. I feel like we have a connection, all of you, all 200 of you watching right now. We have a connection. But anyway, so it means a lot to me that people like the interview. I don't think I did anything that sets the world on fire. I just think there's so many people who are bad at it or fanboy. There's a way to fanboy and be cool. I am a fanboy. I take pictures, I collect memorabilia, but there's a way to have a conversation. Now, look, some people I interview, I know a lot of the musicians I know personally, and so sometimes that's a leg up. Not always though. Sometimes it's harder to interview someone you know. I asked Sean Clark. I said, hard to interview someone like Nick Castle that you work with constantly. Do you feel like I can't ask him the same questions? And he didn't feel like it was that difficult. And I should thank Sean for giving me the introduction to Robert Romanus, and hope that Sean is healing up well from his hand surgery. So anyway, I don't mean to be so negative, but the internet stinks, and I want to see quality, and I'm doing my best to give you what I think is quality, what I think is the way people want to hear interviews. It's the way I want to hear. When I'm on this live show, it's all about me. If you don't like it, you tune out. If I'm an asshole, you don't like something I say, you don't watch. It's fine. The interviews is about the guest. That's it. Anyway, let's look at some of this reactions. First of all, BDG, new channel member. Thank you. Welcome. We're trying to do more for channel members. We're trying to do more for Patreons. So if you're a channel member, you're going to get to watch videos before anyone else does. If you're a Patreon, you're going to get to ask questions of the interview guests. And I'll tell you, if you're a Patreon right now, tomorrow I'll be interviewing Jeff Scott Soto, formerly of Yngwie Malmsteen's Rising Force, Eyes, Talisman. He was the singer for Journey for a little while. TSO, he's got a great new record out. Anyway, if you've got a question and you're a Patreon, all you got to do is send it in, because we have this direct my package to your package, Patreon postcard package link. I don't know what I said, but there's a lot there. Chew on that. Anyway, and so I'm grateful. Now, Jeff, you're so generous. Down is up. Hey, Jason and the Waste Some Time family. Everyone, Jason really give us all unique and incredible content. So smash that like button and rat and roll. Thank you, Jeff. And hey, listen, it's the other thing. I take you on tour all around the world with Stephen Piercy. I give you access that you're never going to get. And how is it that people are watching the How to Make Cheese channel more? The How to Make Cheese channel has more subscribers than me. I'm trying not to be outraged. A lot of people you're watching on YouTube are what they call pandemic popular. They got in at the right time. I got in late. I got to fight for every subscriber. You guys aren't sitting at home eating Cheese Whiz off of your hand. You know, you got jobs, some of you. And I got to compete for every subscriber I get. And that's fine. I'm in this for the long haul till we get to 100,000. And then I'll go into a tragic guarding accident. I'm in it. Jeff, another super chat. Jeff, showing how it's done. How kind. This is my therapy as well. It really helps me deal with the rest of my life. Well, I appreciate that. You would be surprised. Maybe you would. How many people tell me I had a shitty day and I listened to you ramble about nonsense and it distracted me? Well, that's what I'm here for. I'll send the bill. Actually, you don't have to. You just super chat. Your appointment is covered. Listen, life ain't easy. It wasn't easy for me, or anyone. And it doesn't matter how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep on moving forward. Am I right? Anyway, Clint was the first one here today. Clint, thank you so much. And yes, let's get to 100 by year end. Let's do it. Like I said, things are jumping. Why are they jumping? Well, wrestling brought in new audience, right? Very cool. Robert Romanus, people related to Fast Times. I want this to be a pop culture channel, but I don't just have a niche. Some people have a niche. They know what they do. The niche is me, but also the niche is pop culture. And that's what I want to be about. I want this to be a big 80s cruise in your living room. That's what the goal is. And Fast Times, it just is a part of so many people's life of all different ages. More people who are older than me. When Fast Times came out, I wasn't old enough to see it. I had to sneak it on cable. My parents fell asleep, and then I had to lie to them. And my mother would tell you the story about it. I said, "Look, I just want to see Phoebe Cates' butt. That's all I really want to see." I didn't want to tell her about the rest. My mother's probably watching right now, and she's a big Phoebe Cates fan as well. I saw her in Gremlins probably first, and I went, "Holy cow, she is hot." Anyway, then next was the Brady Bunch house. While I was at the Rainbow, oh, and that Rainbow video did good too, with Slash and Michael Monroe. That did well also. So all of a sudden, YouTube goes, "Hey, maybe this asshole's got something. Maybe we'll just give him a small fraction of the fat fucks who walk around Disney eating garbage all day I'm not. I shouldn't say fat because I'm fat myself. By the way, I'm working on it. I have a celebrity trainer. Uh, can't talk about it right now. Wait, let me lose a few pounds because if I fail, then you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? But maybe there's a few people maybe I got a few of the How to Make Cheese channels views, so that did well. And then I went to this Brady Bunch house. Now, let me explain a little bit about the Brady Bunch house because everyone's going, "Well, I'm going to go." Well, you can't just walk in. You have to be a very important person, or think you are, like I do. Anyway, look, they let me in because they're trying to promote charity. They have a charity that they do. Now, let me give you a little background. If you didn't watch the Brady Bunch video, get on it. We're going to link it, or just search Jason Green Brady Bunch. I'm the only one. But the Brady Bunch house, I saw the other people. Sean Clark went, and I didn't really care. I said, "Who cares?" They didn't film the show in there. They only filmed the outside the house. And I saw that when I visited California in 1994. Didn't really look that cool. It had a fence up in front of it. Old lady waved to me from the window. It might have been Alice. I'm not sure. So when I went to do the video, they gave me a free ride. I don't even know what happened. I got there and the housekeeper said, "Put on these slippers and now go look around." No one showed me. No one pointed. And I was a little overwhelmed. I was also a tad asthmatic. When I went back to edit the video, I sounded like one of these fucking horror movies with the mask on, or Darth Vader. And I had to keep dropping the volume because the house was silent, and I didn't know. I didn't even know if I was supposed to host a video from there. I didn't know what to do. I just did what I wanted, and video was like 25,000 views. Oh no, not that one. It's jumping. It's going crazy, but it just came out this morning. And I thought I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know if this video would be popular, but I'm doing a series, a theme, if you will, of famous TV location houses. And I thought, Brady Bunch house. Well, okay, everyone else is doing it. I'll do it. I didn't even expect to go in. What happened is this woman, HGTV bought it first for 3.2 million. They bought it. They outbid Lance Bass, from NSYNC. Yeah, NSYNC. And I like Backstreet much better. But so anyway, he lost and they won. And HGTV did a very Brady renovation. They got the cast to come over and work around the house. It sounds like child labor or something, but who knows? Anyway, they're old. They worked around the house, senior abuse, elder abuse. Anyway, they worked around the house. They made it nice. And when HGTV was done with the show, they put it back out on the market. But they put $2 million into it, meaning the house was then worth 5.2, right? No, sold for $3 million. This woman bought it. She's a philanthropist, and she wants to do good with it. She says it's an art project. Now, the house is in a residential neighborhood. You can't just go and knock on the door. It's not how it works. They do offer these kind of private photo shoots if you have a big enough group, and it's going to cost you. But in that case, you could you could have a chance. Give it some time; they'll figure out how to do it. The only way otherwise to get in right now is enter the charity. Enter, sign up, make a donation for a good cause. It's for hungry kids. leave no hungry kid behind, something like that. I don't know. It's a good cause, and then you can win, and not only will you win, they'll pay for your trip. You'll eat with Brady's in the house. You don't have to order out because none of the appliances work. But anyway, so that's how that came about. And now all of a sudden, oh, look at Jason Green. Just no one's kicking me around. All of a sudden, people are watching these videos. A mere bag of shells, right? Anyway, so if you haven't watched the WWE, watch it. Listen, if you don't like wrestling, it doesn't matter. Wrestling is not the point. You're seeing what it's like to go to a massive convention with someone who's an asshole. I mean, that's me. I want to do a series where I want to go to all the conventions. I want to go to the gardening expo. I want to go to the RV truck show. I won't relate to anybody, but I want to be there and bring it to you. And if you don't like it, you'll watch the How to Make Cheese channel. All right. So those videos are doing good. 80s cruise videos, I feel like I've been getting lost in the hustle. There's too much. You can't keep up. There's only one more 80s cruise video to go, and it's coming out Friday. And then it's over. That's it. Just like that. And listen, the 80s cruise was an emotional video to make, to edit, to live because of the tragedy that happened on day one. Whether or not I put it out, all of those things. I put my blood, sweat, and tears, and it risked my reputation. The least you could do is watch it. And now, Monsters of Rock cruise, because I got off the 80s cruise, and the next day I got on the Monsters of Rock cruise. That video starts next week, probably Monday. Maybe Saturday. Got to keep an eye out. You got to ring the bell for notifications. I didn't hear no bell. Anyway, so those videos. And then I'll give another announcement, and we'll get to you. Show's about you. This Friday, the Wednesday 13 record release party, virtual record release party right here for you. This is the only place you can see that. Everyone else wants to do. This is it. This is where you're going to see it. Unless you're in person at his concert, which I think is in Cleveland. Why would you be there? So tune in Friday, 5 p.m. Same Wednesday channel, same Wednesday time, just on Friday. And we're going to have a virtual party right from the bus, right before he goes on stage. We're going to celebrate. We're going to talk about the new record. I've heard it for months now. I love it. New video, No Apologies, comes out tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I think, on YouTube. Check it out. It's featuring, Wednesday 13, featuring Tame Me Down, and more importantly, featuring me somewhere buried in the gang vocals. But by the way, if you get a copy of the Wednesday 13 album, it's called Mid-Death Crisis, and you bring it to a Stephen Pearcy show, I, of course, will assign it for you. Very small next to my name. Unless he forgot my name, and then I'll sign it very big over his. But anyway, so that's kind of what's going on. I got some more notes for you, but let's get to some. Let's go, time wasters. Thank you. All right, Batman is here. Thank you. I'm Batman. Ready to waste some time on a Wednesday. Skylar is here. Elizabeth Gillis Bennett is here. What's happening? A lot of people ask about what's happening, and the TV show, that is. And they want me to go to locations. Most of them have been demolished. I'm thinking about me and Wednesday going and doing it together. He loves that show as well. But unfortunately, there's not much to see. Now, lately, the trolling thing to do was ask about Johnny. Johnny Monaco is an amazing guitar player, singer, songwriter. He's a triple threat. He probably threatened a few other things too. But he is the guitar player in Stephen Pearcy's solo band. He was in a band called Enough's Enough. Not everyone knows who Johnny is. That's the other thing. So people come in here and they go, oh, Johnny, poor Johnny. So I had a nice talk with Johnny today. I don't know what you guys want. Johnny doesn't want to come on the show because he doesn't have anything to say. And Johnny likes to prepare things. He has his own stuff. He's making new music. He's making videos. So the point is, Warren DeMartini is the guy from RATT. Johnny plays his parts. Johnny's aware of that. Johnny's a fan of Warren. He works hard to play those parts right. And I'll tell you, no one in Stephen Pearcy's solo band has played them as well as Johnny. Nobody. So put that in your hash pipe and smoke it. Now, but while Warren's back and Carlos Cavazzo from Quiet Riot, they're a team. That's who's in. And if you want to see Johnny, go to a solo show. Or if you want to see Johnny, just show up at his building. He'll be happy to welcome you in. All right. Now, so for anyone else who has the same question, you know what I'm going to tell you. It's the story of a man named Jason. Thank you. Who's hosting a show of his own. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love the Brady Bunch video. Appreciate that. Georgia's a little behind. Georgia, get on it. Watch that Brady Bunch video. We'll wait for you. Make sure you like too. I love the Anna Nicole Smith video. After watching that, when I went on an Anna Nicole Smith binge, I watched her. I wasn't a fan of Howard K. Stern. Yes, Howard K. Stern seemed to be a jerk, and allegedly he might have plowed Anna Nicole with medicine. Listen, you date somebody who's an addict and who's troubled. He might have loved her, but it's a very difficult lose situation, and he learned that. She wanted him to be the father, and I think he wanted to be, and maybe he wanted to get a piece of the money. The Anna Nicole Smith video should have billions and billions of views. I mean, it's a tremendous, fantastic, a huge video, but yet I think 7 people have watched it. Me and Big John from Rock of Love get off a cruise. We risk our lives in deepest, darkest Bahamas, and a fight ensues. But no one's watching. It's because the algorithm doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. That's why you got to comment on everything. You got to like everything. You got to tell a friend. Sorry if I seem like I'm overdoing it. Glad Jason went to the Brady house. Surprised he didn't join Sean and Sky. Look, those assholes don't invite me anywhere. You know what I mean? Those guys are big shot content creators. Sean's probably watching. But I don't know Scott on tape. I don't know him. I know he likes to be on tape. It seems like a nice guy, but I don't know. No one's inviting me anywhere. And look, those guys have millions and millions of views. I'm just a little guy. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get through the day. We're all making similar content. I love pop culture. I do watch Scott on tape, by the way. I do watch his videos. I don't want to make it sound like I dislike him. He's not an interviewer. He's a grave digger, a robber, a video maker. Anyway, Georgia did like Anna Nicole Smith. Yeah. All right. See how much trouble I'm getting in. Lorraine, I love day 6 of the cruise. Thinking of going. I really need to make sure the arcade. Yeah. Well, let's see what you can do. And then Lorraine Raymond and Lorraine Cogan, Lorraine squared. We need more Lorraines on the cruise. By the way, I just spoke to Lorraine Lewis. We had a very intimate conversation, and she wants to come on the show. She's got something to promote, and at 66 years of age, she has become a boudoir model, she takes nudie cuties. But anyway, we're going to talk about that with her. So if you Lorraines want to hang out with that Lorraine, and maybe you guys could all get a nude photo shoot going on the cruise. I don't know. She's proven you're never too old to start. Thank you. Brady video is surreal. Sean Clark really was talking to me, and he goes, it's crazy. It's surreal. He's the one who first said that word to me. And I go, really? And when I got in, I looked around, I go, it's surreal. And when I called Sean and told him, I said, surreal. Yeah, you were right. California Gymming, nice to see you. Yes, check it out later. There's a lot to binge watch. The other thing that, hi, Ray, how are you? And Donna DeAnda, nice to see you. Jeff, good to see you. But I can't remember what to say. Look, you better enjoy the show while you can. I'm losing my mind. It's just a little longer before Michelle puts me in the home. Occasionally, you guys, instead of signing for Patron, could push me out into the sun for a minute. I mean, it's coming. I can't remember what I was going to tell you. I was about to go into a thing, and now I went into a tizzy. We need Jason Green merch. Well, hi, Candace. There is a link for it, apparently. It's right there. So, yeah, check it out. And there's going to be more merch. I didn't want to do merch. I don't want to take everyone's money, except unless you want to give it to me. But anyway, cool merch on the way too. New stuff, stuff you could use. Robin Craig enjoyed the Brady House tour. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ray enjoyed the Brady House. Yeah. Chris is enjoying the location episodes, tour diaries. Yeah, there's good stuff. Johnny Monaco, jealous guy. Yes, he's not watching, I promise. But he's that's his new cover song. It's available wherever songs are. It's available at his house. If you want to go listen, just wait outside. He'll play it for you, or YouTube. Love Jason dragging Dad to WrestleMania. Absolutely. My father, who is still with us, not at WrestleMania, not here right now, but is a good sport. Jerry Lika, your stuff is great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say again. See, you're watching a man have a mental breakdown as I speak. It's almost over. You better enjoy this channel while you can, because Jesus, what is this? Yeah, here's Brad. Brad, I think you might be an asshole. I could be wrong, because Spicoli is a cool last name, but is Johnny dropping by? No. You know what? In fact, because of you, Brad, Johnny's never going to come on the show again, ever. Actually, you know what? I just had a year of tour diaries with Johnny in it. I'm editing him out right now. Listen, you want to ask Johnny a question? You want to talk to Johnny? Johnny Monaco. He's on Facebook, Instagram, Jewish Mingle, Christian Mingle, J-Date, Plenty of Fish. He's on all of that. Go ask him. All right. You guys, I'm trying my best. I'm spending my last hours with you guys before I'm fucking eating yogurt and staring into space. You know what I mean? Oh, Christ. Speaking of Christ, Easter passed. I hope you guys had a nice Easter. Did Jesus come back this time? Every year I keep waiting. This is the year. I mean, I don't know why he would want to come back, but just in case. I thought that one time I would put out a book. I call it the Bible 2. I sell it on Easter. Every Easter I get a bookstore. Not many bookstores left, maybe Barnes and Nobles. And I do a meet and greet with Jesus. And I advertise that Jesus will be signing copies of Bible 2 from noon to 4. No crucifixes, no other paraphernalia, just books, because we got to make some money. And then I say, if you believe, Jesus will appear. So all these assholes will come out, right? Because they believe, and they'll buy the book. And guess what? He's not going to show up. I mean, look, what do I know? Maybe he will. I'll sell more books. But I would like to see Jesus turned into a character like the Crow. So you make a movie where Jesus comes back from the dead and he looks around this world and he goes, "What the fuck?" Jesus cursed. He hung out with sinners, trust me. And I'm in the tribe half with Jesus, so I can say these things. And then he just goes nuts and he just starts getting revenge, right? All these assholes are out using his name and saying that they believe. Hey, I don't believe. That's what I want. I hope no one logged out or unsubscribed. If you did, I'd be okay with it. I don't really care. Yes, 2 of the primary females were victims of Freddy Krueger and Fast Times. Well, the one chick who is also in, can't think of her name. One of you guys will say it. Sean will say it. She's in Better Off Dead, and they're doing a Better Off Dead reunion in Cancun. I'm going to be in Cancun with Stephen Pearcy and Warren DeMartini for, I think it's 30 days. I don't know, a week. And Frankie goes to Hollywood. Holly Johnson, he's going to be there. I'm excited. Amanda Wiss is the name. Thank you. That was fast. All right. We enjoy therapy sessions. Yeah, make sure you like the video. That is for sure. I've done simulation with a dummy, but if it was Mike Damone, that would be so cool. This conversation is so old, I'm not sure, Lisa, what you're talking about. I say things and then I move on and I forget where I am. Oh, but Marcy, announcement of the Grove show. Yeah, I had to keep it secret. I gave you guys hints, wink, winks. I gave you tips. Show goes on sale Friday. the Grove of Anaheim. Big show with special guest Vixen. Get on it. Go see it. This is Matt. Hey, Jason, when you edit your videos, do you release them right away or build a couple episodes ahead? I'm a year behind. With things like the cruise, I recorded it all, and now I edit it with older content. But I have a year's worth of tour diaries just haven't been able to get to. We needed best and worst interview show soon. I agree. It might be time to catch up, and I'll let you know which ones I've enjoyed. It's going to be hard to beat Robert Romanus as of now. This is Shay Warner. I don't know why I pronounced it like that. Shay Warner, as if you're a cottage in the south of France. Shay, love your videos. I have to ask, how hard was it to stay positive after you heard about Tammy's girl? I was glued watching you doing that. Keep up the kill vids. It's a great question. And it was crazy. When we heard someone went overboard, we were sort of laughing. I mean, that sounds terrible. But no one really knew. It sounded like some drunk slip and fell. I don't know. And we didn't know they went into the war. We don't know what happened. Your mind just doesn't know. And then as it seemed realer that they're not going to find this person, it started to get sad. And then when I found out that we were with Tammy and her 45 minutes before, it became even crazier. And I really liked Tammy a lot. So it's hard. And it did not throw off the mood of the cruise. I saw some asshole do a YouTube report. I can't remember who it was, but they said that, the whole cruise was sad and it was in disarray. That's not true. Most people didn't really know about it. When the announcement came in, most people were partying. Watch my video. Danny, who's in Faster Pussycat, didn't know. And life went on for other people who spent a lot of money to be there. So that's not true. You might have been. I think I know who it was. Maybe I shouldn't say by name, but it's not true. There was not this big thing. Yeah, people were talking about it. That's for sure, and people were spreading false rumors. That's for sure. But believe me, those people were out and partying. The 80s are back. Well, it is here. How about a RATT Cheap Trick tour? Kick it off in Orange Park, Florida. Well, Cheap Trick did open for RATT. I've been hearing some big names of possible tours. Who knows? That I can't even say. We don't know. Love the Robert Romanus interview. Going to watch the Brady Bunch later tonight after work. Thanks, Jason. Thank you. Let's see. Matt Thorne is a classic. Matt Thorne is getting into the hat business. And he's going to be here soon to explain it. You're going to like it. Romanus interview is great. Now, some people said to me, why did he spell it with an O? Well, I don't know. Maybe it was a typo. He wrote Romanos. But he writes it. Listen, when a guest comes on the show, they type their own name. I don't do that for them. I've had this before where somebody, George Lynch, he spelled it Jorge, and it was like, you're an idiot. You're the one who's talking to a YouTube screen. Anyway, here's Charles Walker. Jason, I love the show. Thank you. I'm sorry, but Michael Moreau's songs aren't that good, and he's cringy to watch. Otherwise, he seems like a cool guy. Listen, I agree with you, Robert, and I think most people would disagree with you too. But that's the great thing. Everyone has a choice. Yours just happens to be the wrong one. Listen, I don't know. Having a little fun. RJ's getting the Odin chant going. Mark Sanchez, nice to see you. Cool to see the Brady Bunch house. Thank you. Brady Bunch was very nostalgic. I'll tell you, people have been asking me, because I say, what TV shows do you want me to go to next? And I get a list. Well, I'll tell you the ones I went to. I went to the Sanford and Son Junkyard. I went to the home of Punky Brewster. I went to the homes, all the homes from the TV show The Wonder Years. Went to the Happy Days house, and I went to the home of the Ropers. So those are all coming. I was worried putting those videos out because they weren't doing well enough. And what happens is you put one video out, like I'm thinking one that didn't do good. Like Benson. I went to Benson. That didn't come out yet, but it's probably going to bomb. If you don't watch them, watch the ones you don't like. Also, this is Tony Hey Munkits. Tony Hey Munkits. I just bought 2 RATT albums. I think I've had them 14 times, so they're pretty cool. Listening to the records, and they sound much better than anything they truly do. Very cool. Hopefully, you got the new vinyl. There's some new good ones out there. Watch Brady Bunch reunions as a kid, and I Love Lucy. Yeah, me too. Pork chops and applesauce. And yeah, isn't that swell, Alice? Yeah. Gabba Gabba. Hey, Jason, if you're a Ramones fan, 39 years ago, 49 years ago, Jesus, I'm getting old. 49 years ago today, the Ramones released their first album, the greatest album of all time, trend-setting. Every punk rock band copied that format. Not just punk rock. That's the record. Raw Power came out before. It doesn't matter. Ramones go to England, punk it becomes a thing. No Ramones, no Clash, no Damned, no Sex Pistols, nothing. Ramones, that's where it starts. No one's playing drums in those patterns. It's insane. Also, on this day, Johnny Thunders passed away. So we send our condolences to Johnny Thunders, a pure, original psychopath. If you don't know him, you're missing out. And, although the one guy who didn't like Michael Monroe, he certainly would not understand Johnny Thunders. I'm talking to John Holmstrom, not John Holmes, but John Holmstrom. He is the artist who did the back of the Rocket to Russia cover and the paint and drew, sketch, created, cartooned the cover of Road to Ruin. When I was in high school, I bought that shirt at Butterfly. It was a store, and Ronnie Sweetheart of the Throbs used to hang out at that store because one of the guys in the band, I think, Danny, I think it was Danny. I probably bought the shirt from Danny. Worked in, he wouldn't remember. He doesn't remember if I saw him yesterday. Although he's getting better. Last time I saw him, he was happy. Anyway, I wore that Ramon shirt forever. I'm excited. I think he's going to come on. He doesn't do a lot of interviews. He created Punk Magazine, sort of made the term punk big. Isles #1. That's a hockey reference. I don't know how it's going, but good luck to you, your team. I was a Rangers fan, but not. I don't really give a fuck. Alamo and the Mount Rushmore episodes are great. Thank you. I enjoyed those. Dawn says I am not an asshole. Thank you. The 80s cruise videos got me hooked. I love cruises. Thank you. I want to go on more. There's a punk rock cruise. Social Distortion is headlining. Damned is on it. I want to do it. I'd have to go right after M3. I think it would take a few super chats to talk me into it. Lorraine is looking forward to the Monsters of Rock cruise videos. I think you're going to be in it, Lorraine. I don't know, but I think so. All right. You guys are reacting to stuff. Real tomato ketchup, Eddie? You guys are reacting to stuff, and it's hard. I heard Wednesday got into some problems at the border. Yeah, I heard it was terrible. I heard that. I don't know. Let's see here. Can't wait for the last 80s cruise video so we can get to the Monsters of Rock videos. Yep, they're coming. How about some RATT Florida dates? Well, there's no RATT right now. There's Piercy D. Martini performing RATT. I heard Florida was sort of possible. Who knows? There's a lot of dates, by the way. Piercy D. Martini. There's a lot. Can't say until they're announced, but you're going to have double digits so far to enjoy. Yes, thank you. If you go to one of my videos, like the Wednesday 13 record release party, virtual, and give it a little ring a bell. And I don't know why I did Morse code, but go on there and ring the bell. And then you'll be alerted and notified when it starts, or something like that. All right. I'm sorry if you stuck at work, but you'll be fine. You'll watch the replay. What about the Golden Girls location? Controversial. We probably will do that one, but there's one in Florida at Universal Studios, I believe, and then there's one. It's a controversy. All right. I get down into the chat, and then I see all these people. I'm trying to get to everything in order, and I see all these people, and I've heard enough of it already. Jesus Christ. I wonder if anyone's been put in timeout today. Yeah, I think I bet you have a feeling. I bet a lot of people. Anyway, are you in the new Wednesday 13 video? No apologies. Well, I watched the entire video today first before anyone in the whole world. It was fantastic, tremendous, huge. You'll have to watch tomorrow and find out if I'm in it. 10 a.m. and you can watch it. And we're gonna have a good time. I can't wait to talk to you guys about the songs. The song called "My Funeral," and that's one of my favorites. I think song "No Apologies" is Wednesday's next bad things. I think this is going to be a hit, and we're going to get behind it. Okay, see, a lot of you assholes can't take a hint. You're lucky that I'm not the one putting you in timeout, or I would have 10 of you already because you just don't pay attention. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. Chris is going to meet me at the back door of the barricade in the cat house. Well, let me know what back door and what barricade. Robert would like to get intimate with Lorraine Lewis. Interesting. I must be way behind. Yeah, California Dreaming's going to have to get. I'm going to have to sign your boobs again, and it's fine. I'm happy to do that. That's part of the job. Part of the service is occasionally I have to sign a boob or better not make the joke I was going to make. I told myself the joke, and it was funny. Wow, you guys are all. Oh. Michael Brown, that's my man right there. Michael Brown. He's a man. Michael Brown is a man of few words. Drops a super sticker, no comment, no nothing. He doesn't want to repeat something that's been said 10,000 times. Thank you. Okay, Zombie Jesus. That means I know where we are. We're at the Easter part. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Rest in peace, Pope Francis. Yeah, or Papa Emeritus, but whatever. David Carrasco feels I am cracking him up and he can't stop laughing. Well, that is a good thing. All right. Now, Barb says she went to high school with Randy Macho Man Savage. That's crazy. I think he was a baseball player or football player or something like that. This is Michael Garcia. We met at the 80s cruise. My wife and I become great fans of yours. Reconnected this year and chat with you. Wish I keep doing it. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. It was nice to meet you and hope we're going to do it again and keep it going. Right? Let's see. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Some of you guys are like a broken record. Bob, will Warren play the East Coast again aside from M3? Hold on. I have the answer right here. I don't see anything. But that doesn't mean anything. But right now, M3 is the only East Coast appearance. If you were thinking about going into go to M3 and you weren't sure, you should go. It's going to be good. Do you have any Kurt Cobain stories? I do. I might put a video out about it. I met him. I have pictures, but maybe that's for another time. I don't want to get into that right now. Kimberly's passing hangover at the beginning of Monsters Rock. I thought it was Slaughter's dedicating Flight Angels, Pulse Angels, wonderful. Yeah, I didn't see that. In the first episode of the Monsters Rock cruise video, me and Johnny go onto the balcony, and now I'd been on boats for a while, but not on the balcony. And then, we just looked at each other and kind of, you can't not think about that terrible situation. So anyway, hi, Splawn, amplification, and guitars. Nice to see you. Sitting around the campfire watching Mr. Green, Jason the 13th. Fitting. Has George retired? No, George Lynch is never going to retire. George Lynch is going to. George Lynch is like one of these assholes who wants to stay in office for the rest of his life. He's never going to stop. He's going to call it something different. No offense to George Lynch, but he's not done. Seeing you have mentioned you have Ghost Funko Pops. Are you a fan of the music, or have you seen them live? What do you think of the new singles? I am a fan of Ghost. I have seen them live. I have the Funko Pops, and I think the new singles are okay, but not it's not amazing. It's hard to do that same thing. What's crazy is they got all these Papas and all these Cardinals, yet they all sing exactly alike. I don't get it. Tommy Grant, not a big fan of wrestling or the Vax Alive, but I am a big fan of Jason Green. Not big enough to realize there's no E on the end of Green, but Tommy, I'll accept it. So I make sure I watch every episode. Keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wrestling video was really strange to make because when I grew up with wrestling, it was risque. Some of it was considered racial, racist, racy. Now, I'm not talking about the Attitude Era where it was sexually crazy, but I'm talking about Roddy Piper beating a Samoan man or whatever with a coconut. There was a lot of things. They used to have whip match. I mean, and then the weird thing is, the guy who created everything about wrestling, the guy who really paved the way, Vincent McMahon Jr., is not even allowed. And I see these super chats and they're generous. I'll get to them. He's not even allowed to attend. He's not even allowed to be involved with his company. Allegedly, he was keeping an employee around and sometimes, and sort of forcing her to go places, she's saying. This is alleged. And then she was using the restroom on her head. I mean, I don't think that's the place to use the restroom. And it wasn't like a shower, if you know what I mean. This is the guy who created wrestling. So now his son-in-law, Triple H, seems to be doing a good job with it. Now his wife, who's also under investigation because of some illegal things, they made her the education secretary. Now, I know we live in a time when you could be a news anchor or a weatherman or a wrestler and get an office position. But education in this country is a joke. Don't you want more smart people? Don't you? Wouldn't you like to see people go to college and become a doctor or a lawyer? How about a fucking teacher? Why don't you give teachers a little more money? But instead, you want to make people pay back these ridiculous student loans when education's too expensive to begin with. This isn't political, by the way. But if you'd like to go fuck yourself, I'm okay with that. It's now literally a woman who's married to a guy who shits on women's head. She's now coming after student loans. What is going on? Oh my God, I got to go on another cruise. Has everyone lost their mind? Or is it just me? A few days ago, 1986, Geraldo opened Capone's vault. Yeah, I started kind of close after that. I couldn't disagree more with the Michael Monroe comment. He's the last true great rock and roll frontman. Yes. Have you visited the Laverne and Shirley filming site? No, it's coming up very soon. It's in a top secret location that I have located. And it was also a favorite movie of mine was filmed there too. Have you ever visited Red Fox's home? Yes, it's on this channel. Check it out. I visited his home, his old store, which is basically a junkyard, and his grave. So yeah, check it out. Where is the home of what's happening? Well, there's three. There's Raj and Rerun, and they're all demolished. And the restaurant, I think, is only a set. I'm trying to get to everything. I appreciate you guys. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not having so much fun that I'm going to go broke. Yeah, this is Karen. Thank you, Karen. Are you going to be in Columbus? Sure. Am I going to be in Columbus? Oh, no. Not for Wednesday, I won't. I mean, I would like to, but I can't. I'll be in Columbia, Maryland instead. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll go do some more messages. Okay, Sean Brown. Sean, it is nice to see you. And again, you're very generous. These things, by the way, also kick the channel. YouTube knows. Hey, we're getting super chats? Son of a bitch, let's show people the Brady Bunch house. Hello, Jason. I finally caught up watching all your videos. I enjoyed all of them as always, and they've helped me with my anxiety. My anxiety has gotten worse recently. I'm curious, how do you deal with anxiety while on the road? Great question. A very serious question. One day, which, by the way, this show so far hasn't been. One day I want to do a whole show on mental health. And I know some people don't want to hear it. What do you know? Look, I'm not saying I'm a life coach, but I've been through some shit. And I'll talk more about that. I've tried everything. I've tried St. John's Wort. I've tried Xanax. I've tried all kinds of shit. Most didn't work. Most you accidentally get addicted. Um, you try a little Xanax. Next thing you know, you're blowing a guy in a parking lot of 7-Eleven. It's crazy. Anyway, but I try to be careful. I don't take anything like that anymore. I am on a vitamin regimen. I try to be on a sleep regimen. I met somebody who makes my bad days seem bright, and I try to live a better life. And this is an escape for me. Now, I've been to all kinds of therapy. I've done it all, and I'm not against it. I went to so much therapy. Finally, the therapist told me I graduated. He said, "Listen, what's the point?" I would look at the clock, and I felt like I had to entertain him. I was doing this show for a therapist, a shrink, whatever they call them. And finally, he heard enough jokes. He didn't want it anymore, and he sent me home and gave me $50. But listen, anxiety is hard. The worst thing you can say to someone is, "It'll pass. It's a phase." But as I get older, I do begin to realize you start figuring life out better. Unfortunately, you're getting closer to the grave, mid-death crisis, to quote Wednesday 13. But you hang in there, you find the distractions that work for you. In some ways, my life couldn't be better. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I struggle with it. Type 1. I forgot what kind of. Jesus, it got worse. No, I'm a type 1 diabetic, and it's hard. Every day is hard. Trying to keep my feet is hard. Uh, uh, but you know what? Life is good. I see things that drive me crazy. And you know what? You got to filter them out. Actual anxiety depends, Sean. I mean, maybe you need to be medicated for a little while. I don't know the whole situation. Having someone to talk to, I used to have to stay at friends' houses. I mean, I did it all. And somehow I survived. And I'm living proof that if I can do it, anyone can do it. But it's hard. It's hard. And then to answer the question on the road, there was a time I couldn't get on an airplane. It was after 9/11, but it wasn't because of the acts of terrorism as much as it was claustrophobia. Southwest used to have a section on the plane where you faced other people. It was ridiculous. It was in the back. Three here, three here. And you sit there and you look at some asshole. If you don't think I like the sharing tables on the cruise, I really didn't like looking at somebody. And I got just severe anxiety and I couldn't fly. And then I got a job with Winger, and I was going on the Monsters of Rock cruise, 2014, I believe. And I was so scared to fly, but I got to do it. This is an opportunity once in a lifetime. Never been on a cruise. And I'm sitting on the runway, and they taxi out to the runway. Those scumbags love to do this. And they go, "Oh, we got a weather delay." You couldn't tell me that 5 minutes ago when I could have sat in the airport. And I went into my bag and I took out my Xanax and I put it under my tongue and let it dissolve like a junkie. I was so nervous, and then Kip Winger calls me because he was saying it was risky for us to fly the same day, and he goes, "I'm caught in a storm." Me and Kip Winger were the last people on the cruise. They were going to leave, and I had to rush. Thank God I didn't check any bags, and it was crazy. But the point is, my anxiety scared me so bad. I got on the cruise and I started popping Dramamine. You don't have to give a handy to anyone at 7-Eleven for Dramamine. They just sell it over the counter. And I don't know, life started to get better. And I started to realize, and this is the golden life lesson, no one's opinion of you matters. Who cares? It means nothing. When you die, none of these assholes will matter. Forget when you die. They won't matter when you have dinner, when you go to sleep, when you succeed. Good, bad, and the ugly. Don't worry about it. Live for you. Figure out what it is you want. Hard to figure out what you want in life. I'm 50, 5-0. Stretch, I kick, stretch, I kick, and stretch. Whatever the fuck. I'm 50 years old, and I'm living the best life. And I got diabetes and a foot in the grave, but at least I still have that foot. And be thankful for little things you have. I'm thankful that my parents are still here. I'm thankful for I met such an amazing person. And and anyway, that's all I can. I listen. Some people get mad if you talk too positive. Anyway, if you didn't enjoy any of this, the How to Make Cheese channel is open, or some fucking idiot walking around Disney World. Oh, today I'll try 3 scoops of chocolate. Tomorrow, maybe I'll go on Tiana's water ride and I'll get splashed. Here I am, 2 hours. Oh, fuck yourself. Odd Couple. I'm going to New York very soon, maybe in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to do every Odd Couple location. I know where they all are. I'm a huge fan. It's my favorite show. Are you still playing bass? Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, my God. Thank you for reminding me. Hold on. Yep, I'm still playing bass. Thank you. Okay. My wife's name is Sheena, and Sheena is a punk rocker. Definitely. Very cool. Okay. I got to get through some of these. And then the super chats are so generous, but you're going to get me off topic. Isles, thank you. Keep going, Jason. You're doing great work. And tell that hunk Blas Elias he has to write his own songs if he wants to make it in the business. I think maybe that was a Danish drum joke or something like that. I'm not sure. But Blas did write on later Slaughter albums. I watched a video last night, 6 minutes. It was called Blas Elias being a hunky dreamboat with his shirt off for 6.5, something like that. But I watched the whole thing. I didn't jack off, but thought about it. Okay. Oh, Jesus, now I'm all out of place. Hey, I'm trying to get to everything. How about WKRP in Cincinnati? I think it's just one wide shot. But next time in Cincinnati, I will look into it. Jason from Cincinnati, he does the record store moments. He was going to be here today, but he's studying for an education that he'll probably be paying off for the rest of his life. I'm getting tired. Sean Brown is great. Who's Sean Brown? Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of Steve Brown. Yeah, Sean Brown is the best. Sean Brown's the reason you guys are getting all this entertainment because. Do we put Randall in? I'm so tired of some of you people. Just enough. Anxiety is not funny, but Jason Crackman. Thank you. You're watching a man lose his mind. 90210 on the way. Melrose Place, maybe. Wasn't my favorite. But you guys want it, I'll do it. No one's kvetch is better than you, and I mean that in the best way. Thank you. I kvetch you all the time, but everyone has their own path to healing. Humor is an integral part of it. Thank you. Jason, that's me. In all sincerity, you're an inspiration. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I joke, but it means a lot. William Porter, Billy Porter, if you will. I've got severe anxiety. It sucks. I remember I had to go to a wedding after one of the first flights when they allowed flights again. I thought I was going to have a stroke. I get it. I had a few heart attacks last night after dinner, ice cream or something. I told Michelle, look up the symptoms. By the way, I've looked up these symptoms 5,000 times. I go, this is it. This is the big one. I was like, I'm coming to join you. I'll be the one holding the custard. It was, I think I'm okay now. I had a sinus infection, but sometimes that can lead to your heart. Ray says, well, you look great, love. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take it. Some yoga might help. Yoga's not a bad thing. Here's Sean Brown, who a minute ago I forgot, which is terrible. I never want to be on medication again after spending 4 days in the ICU on a ventilator from Lexapro. Yes, no Lexapro. That stuff is all shit. Finding a therapist is very hard. Certain things like this show helps me short term. Well, thank you, Sean. You can go to local colleges. I know that this country doesn't like to do anything about healthcare for some reason, but colleges usually have students who are trying to talk to anybody. The key is to go and do it. The hardest step to any kind of therapy or recovery is to go and do it. I put it off so many times. I've dealt with so much loss in my life. It got to a point where, what is this with everyone around me? And finally, I went and got the help. Life always gets better if you want it. Well, I think so. You got to be in it to win it, right? You're awesome, Jason. Don't forget. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys are all very nice. Listen, I Disney adults. I'm sort of a Disney adult. I mean, I'm not an asshole. I don't think, but I love Disney. I love it. I'd like to get. I was going to do an inside impression that no one's ever heard before. The late Greg Watkins. I love being there. It's an escape. I don't want to live in the real life. I don't want to live in this world. I want to live in my fantasy land. And that's why I love doing these videos and traveling and come on here. Someone today will go in the comments and get mad at me, unfollow me. And for every one of them, 10 more, 100 more will like it. And that's how you have to be. Lorraine, a fan of my bass playing. If you haven't heard my record, please listen to it. Yes. I had something else to say about it, but not for now. Any typo negative videos? Well, I interviewed Johnny Kelly from Typo Negative, and I'm talking about having Johnny and Kenny on together. That's a matter to it. For that, I cannot play without a pick. I don't like to play without a pick, to be honest. I think punk rock music is meant to be played with a pick, all downstrokes. But it's funny, as I picked up the bass, I forgot there's a pick right here. This, by the way, you can purchase right now for the low price of, I don't know how much it costs, but this is the picks that I had made on the Monsters of Rock cruise. Can they still use the cruise discount? Is that still going? I wish I could. I'd give it to them. If you guys want to order this, by the way, I'll give the first one gets the one I just used. If you go to my store and you order anything tonight, because you guys have been extra friendly, 25% off with the code CRUISE. One word, CRUISE. Like Tom, but not as psychotic. Let's see what else we got here. Have you been to Kings Island? The Brady Bunch has. Yeah, no, I wish I could. It was close to Ohio, which is part of the tour in July. Is it still there? I thought it's gone. You'll have to tell me. I think HR Puffin stuff went there, or the Banana Splits. Green-eyed girl, you bring us stress-relieving laughter and awesome, relaxing distraction. Thank you. Thank you. Los Elias is a legitimate rock star. That he is, and a very nice fella. A lot of people relate, and it's hard. Funny, Sarge asking, Jason, who is Johnny and Eric playing with now? Themselves, possibly Skinemax, or maybe the Hub. I'm not sure. Redundant question. Wow. Now I think that I'm going to put people in timeout myself. Come on. Don't ask the same fucking questions. It's time to grow up. Seinfeld I might do on this next New York trip. I did Sex in the City. Is it Sex and the City or Sex in the City? That's one of those, what do you call it? Mandela effect things. That's what I'm told, at least. Anyway, I did that one. I went to Carrie Bradshaw's house only because it was right next door to the house that Sid Vicious died in. Any chance of any Croft show locations? It's a tough one. Sean Clark and I both grilled Sid Croft where they filmed the opening of HR Puffin stuff, and he didn't really know. Doctors won't talk about nutrition. Not always. Find a good one, and they will, though. Okay. All right. Here's an asshole. All right. Oh, I tried to put him in timeout. Someone else banned him. Is there a banner around here? Oh, maybe I hit the wrong button. Anyway, go fuck yourself. And the city. Thank you. This is what we heard too. That it was filmed in Big Bear Lake Arrowhead. We that's kind of what we got, but I don't think we got enough to actually make a video. Maybe I can get Sid Croft to go. All in the Family might be a good one. It's in Queens, and I'm going to be filming some stuff in Queens. So that's a possibility. Welcome Back Cotter is really just a sign. Welcome to Brooklyn, basically, and a bridge, and there's not much to see. Everything else is fake. Yeah, I get it, Lisa. Being broke makes it hard to be a Disney person, but I was fortunate that my parents and my grandparents took me to Disney, and I have those memories. People of my age are reliving our youths, and that's why luckily some of us succeeded. Would you be at the Comic Con with Stephen Piercy next month? I'm at a show called the Hollywood Show with Stephen Piercy. Stephen's not doing any Comic Cons, not that I know about. So yeah, but you can let me know if you heard a rumor, but I don't see one. But I will be at the June 7th and 8th appearance at the Hollywood Show. I will be representing Mark Torgel, who played the Toxic Avenger. He's Melvin, who turns into Toxic Avenger. Simon Wright of AC/DC and Dio. Whit Hertford, who played young Steven in the Lay It Down video. And others, and more. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we're talking about finding a way that me, Wednesday, and Sean can maybe all go stay there together. Let's see what happens, right? Okay, sorry, the Hollywood Show. Yes, that's the one. I'll be there. And Sean, Wednesday, we'll all be hanging out. That's going to be a big hangout. Jeff wants to know what size my shirt is. I feel like it's a little personal, but want a shirt, but you're out of stock on 3X. Oh, you're not asking mine. You're asking yours. Yeah, a baggy, you like baggy. Any chance of restock? Maybe on the next design. I think we're going to, what do you call it? We're going to put it back in the vaults like Disney, this shirt. This is the greatest shirt I ever wore, by the way. When I'm like Howard Hughes, I'm going to buy 10 of these shirts. I was laying in bed the other night and realized that the Elvis part glows in the dark. But I like comfortable, soft shirts. So if you're 3X, you might have to wait for the next run. All right. Simon Wright is awesome. Yes. Oh, just ordered a shirt from your site. Thanks for the discount code. Yeah, awesome. I appreciate it. I'd like to sell those and do some different things. And I've got a really cool guitar pick set coming. We're still working on it, but it's going to have 5 different of my picks in it. You're going to get one of my band picks, and then there's one where my face looks like Michael Myers, and one it looks like Jason, and one it looks like Clark Griswold. And it's going to come in a little tin, and it's cool. It's a fun thing, especially if you collect that kind of thing. All right. Wow, I can't believe I got through the. I can't believe I got through it. Toy division. Hi, Jason. I was curious if you feel like the adult G-rated vlog culture is toxic. Not even sure I know what that means. Maybe put it in layman's terms. Did you do a Graceland video? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm behind, but it will come out. Will I consider redesigning my house in the Brady Bunch house? No. I mean, cool, but there's other things that I would do first. Lorraine's going to wear her waste sometime shirt this weekend. Oh, M3, yeah. M3, yeah, that's going to be David Lee Roth Day. You guys better be ready for the return of Diamond David Lee Roth Saturday night. I've heard some big things. Big things. Hi, Em, how are you? And Holly. Is that Holly? Yeah. How are you, Holly? Oh, nice. William Billy got one of the cruise picks. Very cool. Yeah. There was a few of them left from the boat, and I said, let's let the people have them. This one's a little bit of a heavy gauge. Good for the base, though. What was the last show you saw at CBGB? Sally, for me, was either Cro-Mags or Leeway. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe the Bullet Boys. I think that sounds good. I had a Michael Myers mask that used to be a William Shatner mask. Yes. The mask in Halloween is a William Shatner mask, and they turned it in. They cut it and dyed it. Listen, you want to see a great video, go to Sean Clark's channel. He has the guy, Tommy Lee Wallace. He's the guy who found the mask and turned the William Shatner mask into that. And anyway, he's got a good video where they show you how to do it. And so that mask back there is the Halloween mask. There's Toxie back there. Uh, do you like big and stubby picks for base? I thought we were talking about women for a second. I was going to say no, but well, it depends on the day. No, I actually prefer a Duff McKagan. I used to use the big stubby picks. This one is big and stubby. My middle finger's working today. I got this thing called trigger finger. I'm going to need surgery. But um, um, but then I heard Duff talking about how the pick on the string is part of the percussive sound that he wanted to bend. Not. I mean, I broke some picks, but you want it to have a give. It's part of the playing, and so I use a heavy gauged pick. This is over a heavy. I like it, and someone's getting this one right here. Let's see. Yeah, yellow 73 like that. If I have some of those are a little. Even that, the ones he uses, those dry ones. I always like dry picks. This has got to be the most boring conversation ever. But I found the ones that have a give, celluloid, whatever the fuck it's called. I decided I like those. All right, let's make sure I talked about everything. Did I thank everybody for the super chats too? I think I did. I thank you. All right, let's go over now. Let's recap. If you want to see me at WWE World reviewing a convention full of wrestling fans, I run into the champion many times. Couldn't believe how many champions were there. If you want to see that, watch it right now. If you want to see my interview with Robert Romanus from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, then you go do that. It's good. It's what all the kids are talking about. Yeah, some people say that picks get worn out, but I know some people who play the same pick as long as they can. So different people, different strokes for different folks. I'm gonna do that video too when I'm in New York. Brady Bunch House out there. Numbers are going crazy. Thank you. Please watch it. Please comment. All you got to do is Fast Times. Tell me your favorite Fast Times line. Brady Bunch. Tell me your favorite Brady Bunch character or episode. That's all you got to do. It doesn't have to be genius. You don't have to philosophize. And then final 80s Cruise videos coming out any day now. That's it. 80s Cruise better give me some. They better give me some love, and I'll come back. Monster Rock Cruise is beginning this Friday. Is the mid-death crisis record release party, virtual record release party right here. It's going to start at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Wednesday we'll be here live from the tour bus as he gets ready for the show. And the record is out, and that day you should all have it. And we should put that link. If you go to the link in the Wednesday video, that's how you buy it. Maybe we can copy that link out of here. But so you got to go to YouTube. I'm talking to the digital media department, and copy the two links to buy CDs and to buy vinyl, and that's how you do it. Well, there's the video, right? So this is how you can go to video. But in the comments of that video, you can buy the CD, and if you buy it right now, but wait, there's more. If you buy it right now at my link, which we're going to share in the description, you can then buy the CD. The CD will be here, so we can all talk about it together. How great it is! Yep, get a haircut. Oh, thank you so much. I would have just brought it right down to you. Get a haircut is a place in Las Vegas. JJ and Tracy, my buddies, and I've done my show live there. I had a very famous musician whose name we don't say anymore cut my hair there, and twice. Anyway, thank you guys for ordering a shirt. That's cool of you. I was going to wrap it up, and I'm so in. Are you familiar with the history of the Blue Note in Harrison? So no, we were there, but I wasn't. I used to be a dinner theater, Beef and Broads, all kinds of interesting folks who played there. Bob Denver being one. How crazy! Yeah, I made a video about that one. I think it's out. Go buy the record right here. There it is. Click on that link. And by the way, they'll kick me back a few cents. Everyone should be killed. There it is. Yeah, that's for the CD. Click on it, and then the other one's for vinyl. I don't know which one's which. Just buy it, please, and buy your groceries or your friend a present, because I'll get a kickback of that. It's very, very small, not huge or tremendous. But listen, I need everything I can get. Okay, I'm getting tired. Yeah, he who shall not be named. Exactly. Did you guys have a good time today? Did you get what you came for? Was this entertaining? Did you laugh? Did you cry? Did you kiss your super chat goodbye? Mm, I appreciate you watching. We didn't have record numbers today, but we had numbers. And you know what? By golly, we had fun. We had so much fun, we're all going to be whistling zippity doo out of our assholes. And for that, and that alone, I thank you. And I salute you with a beverage from my Creature from the Black Lagoon mug. I can't hold a mug by the thing because I can't close that finger. I'm cheersing with you right now. Very refreshing. I better get ready for dinner. Lorraine, I always enjoy our time together. Thank you. I do too. Let's see. Yes, thank you to me and to Michelle. I enjoy these. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the rants. Well, good. Some people will be offended. They will be butthurt crybabies. And they can all just kiss off into the sky. Michael Anthony is having a meeting and greeting in Vegas on the 11th. To go to meeting and greeting that costs money. I do, yeah. He's supposed to do the show to promote his stuff. We'll see. Yeah. All right, I'm done. I appreciate you guys watching. You got a lot of homework to do tonight, so go watch some videos. And I thank you. I'll see you Friday at the virtual Wednesday 13 Mid-Death Crisis record release party. Have a good night.